Hello folks, and welcome to this week's Music Alert. Mostly vinyl, a bit of a vinyl special, but with a CD edition, I suppose you'd say, at the very end. So let's get to it. First up, we have the legendary Rhodar Dakar on the Sunday Best label, with an album called Version Girl in Dub, which is basically a dub version of her 2023 covers album, Version. You see, it all makes sense in the end, doesn't it really? Each track is suitably renamed too, and I quite like this. So David Bowie's track, The Man Who Saved the World, is the man who dubbed the world. Kind of makes sense, hey? While the Buzzcocks I Don't Mind is now Dub Don't Mind. Lots of fun at the fair, this particular one. This is frankly a brilliant album. Bye. Speaking of dub, check out celebrated UK artist and producer Dennis. Is it Dennis Bovell? Is it Bovell, Dennis, or is it Bovell? I think it's Bovell, isn't it? I'm going to go with Dennis Bovell. Hope that's right, Dennis. Anyway, he has a new LP called Wise Music in Dub on Wise Records, spanning 2 discs and featuring a variety of styles, including dub, of course, but also added reggae and added ska. It's a lovely celebration of the man. Another recommended release is Chip Shop Pop, the sound of Denmark Street 1970 to 75 from Ace Records. Now, I've already covered the CD version of this particular vinyl version, and the vinyl version is just as good. The CD version had a really nice booklet full of notes, little essay bits, and all of that is on the inside of the gatefold for this vinyl version. This next band, how do you pronounce it? Ukandanz, I think. And the album on the Compagnie 4000 Records label is called Evil Plan. This is jazz fusion, and it kind of reminds me of classic Colosseum. But imagine, imagine classic Colosseum with an Ethiopian vocal over the top. That's what you've got here. Next, from BGP and the psychedelic chamber soul LP, would you call it? From the new Rotary Connection, with that group's final and 6th album called Hey Love from 1971, featuring the legendary Minnie Riperton. 5 octaves, I think her voice spanned. Is that right? Maybe you can tell me if I'm right or wrong. I think it was 5. Anyway, great arrangements and great songs. Worth a listen, this one. Next on the Impressed label is Muncey and the Delusion of Grandeur. Well, there's a backing band for you, hey. This one includes a kind of OB type strip on the outside of the sleeve. And just in case you don't know, Muncey was the co-founder of the Aussie band Jet. I really like this one. This is a melodic pop rock combo, very attractive, has an easy-going bent. If you want to keep these summer vibes going, check this one out. Next, we have Leah Kampmann and Seinferd. That's the name of the album. It's not Seinfeld, it's Seinferd, and it's on Stunt Records. We're talking breathy fragility, acoustic guitar and acoustic vocal chords, and lo-fi singing directly into your ear. And it's also very nice. Again, some nicely melodic stuff here. Back to the Ace label now, and originally on the Prestige label, we have Heavy Soul. This is from Billy Hawkes, the superlative R&B jazz organist from 1968, I think it was, originally mastered by Rudy Van Gelder. This guy, we're talking Billy Hawkes, had a big heart and a big voice. Next, we have a pair of 12-inch reissues from Crass, both remastered at Abbey Road. First up is a post-punk outing from 1981 called 3-Piece Suite via the UK outfit The Snipers. This excellent 3-track EP gives you angular, spiky punk arrangements with a contrasting, restrained vocal. Very nice indeed. Also on Crass, check out The Mob and 1982's No Doves Fly Here, part of a 2-tracker with I Hear You Laughing on the flip. Now, I have vague memories of an old prog band, probably from the 70s, called Alice, I think. And this is an LP from Alice, but it's not them at all. It's a completely different Alice. This one is a three-piece consisting of three ladies who sing in French, but I believe are Swiss. This is a new album, 2 years in the making, called Chateau Fable, I think, on the Bongo Joe label. You'll be hearing stripped synth work as well as three-part harmonies. There's a folkish edge to the almost choiristic delivery. There's also a basic honesty in the delivery here. It's very nice again. Speaking of folk, let's move to the English singer-songwriter Catherine Williams and her wonderful new release Mystery Park, mixing folk rock. I think you will hear that in there. There's some retrospective pastoral work as well. Either way, as I say, it's beautiful work, highly recommended. Next, we have 3 connected soundtracks, all doubles, all presented in very nice gatefold sleeves, and all from the Lord of the Rings feature film, all by Howard Shore, each suitably entitled as follows, and I'm sure you know what's coming here if you're into LOTR: The Fellowship of the Ring, The Two Towers, and The Return of the King. No surprises here for the fans. All of them feature a thematic sleeve art with lyrics where applicable and notes within. Notable additional vocals are also supplied by Enya. What's happened to Enya? I kind of lost touch with Enya. She was all over the place at one point. What's she up to now? I must do a bit of a search. Hey, I'll do a bit of a Google and find out. Lost touch with the woman. Anyway, Elizabeth Fraser, and you know Elizabeth from the Cocteau Twins, and the legendary Annie Lennox. I've said legendary quite a few times in this video. It's a video full of legends, folks. Also, we have some tootling from another legend, Sir James Galway. Moving on, and while we're talking in multiples, make way for a pair of reissues from Supertramp on A&M. Both have been half-speed remastered in Abbey Road. I guess that would be Miles Showell. He is Mr. Half-Speed over there, I believe. The albums are 1974's Crime of the Century, featuring the track Dreamer, and 1975's Crisis. What Crisis? These albums were released when Roger Hodgson and the late Rick Davis, RIP, were still an item, of course. Both are, of course, brilliant albums. Next, we're moving to a different era and Ninja tune from the UK and the limited edition release of the turntablist Kid Koala's Carpal Tunnel Syndrome. I remember receiving the original CD to review, which was 25 years ago. Time does fly. This particular one includes a very interesting unreleased 7-inch flexi disc. Remember them? This is and remains an innovative album, full of rapping, full of samples. It retains that still underrated skill and talent. Next up, well, we are moving from a 25th anniversary to a 50th anniversary, and Frank Zappa and the Mothers of Invention, and the album One Size Fits All. This is another limited edition, newly released as a double album, remastered from the original tapes. This one offers added studio rarities on that second disc. Check out the 20-page booklet as well. There's a great mix of entry-level and complex tracks here, with a nice, well to me, prog overtone. And speaking of prog, and this is where 1 or 2 CDs come in at the end of this video, we have to talk about a classic, a misunderstood classic, some would say, from the Peter Gabriel era of Genesis and the album The Lamb Lies Down on Broadway. This, as I say, is the token CD entry for this week, and it arrives in a 10-inch slipcase. This 4-CD set also includes a Blu-ray, and on the Blu-ray, that's where you will find the high-res digital masters. That's where you'll also find a 1974 stereo mix, and you'll also find a Dolby Atmos mix. On the other CDs, you'll find the 2025 remaster of the original album, plus a 2025 remaster of a live outing from the Shrine Auditorium. I think you also get a rather rare 2-track encore at the end of that. And there is a little code where you can download a couple of unreleased demos from the Headley Grange sessions. There's a range of additional bits and pieces. There's a rather nice 60-page book, plus some fiddly bits like a replica tour program. You get a replica poster and a replica ticket, and they're all encased in a very nice 10-inch gatefold. Phew! This is a cracker of a box set and a treasure for the fans. And that's your lot, folks. Thanks for staying to the end of this packed video. An awful lot of stuff in this particular one, I would say. Hope you like it. Can you, down below, just check out my bits and pieces? Well, I'll put some links, if links need to be linked, of course, for any of the releases I've mentioned in this video. But my own stuff is there too. My website, which has all kinds of other music over there. Also, consider supporting me on Patreon if you can, because it funds this channel and keeps these videos going. So if you like these videos, have a little think about that, if you would, please. Also, my Facebook group, that's up and running, has been for many years now, and you're welcome to join that and say hello over there too. I'll be back, not next week, because I've got stuff to do, but the week after. I hope to have another one of these. Actually, I start again, another one of these. That's the tradition, isn't it, really? And I'll be back then after the shenanigans have been completed. And I hope to have your company. Until then, folks, bye-bye for now.